Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jabari Vok Media, now on Connecthub channel, Roku TV. So make sure you subscribe to Connecthub, and it's only on Roku TV for right now. It's going to be on Fire Stick, all the other platforms real soon. But please ride with Roku TV right now.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
um, I'm Jamar Jabari. Welcome to another episode of Jabari Vok Media. We have a special guest, and you definitely should remember him. If you in New Haven, especially, you should not know who this man is. You should know exactly who he is. This man, Mr. Lobster and Steak, 100K in the fucking building. Chance Bentley. What's good, man? What's good, yo? What's good? Yo, man, for people that don't know, when you running a business by yourself and you trying to make sure all your P's and Q's is good, you're gonna have some L's. And you notice there was no video the last time I had this great brother on. But we got it today. Yo, so much, bro. Seeing you on Instagram, man. This is so much, bro. Cybertruck.
Mental type shit.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, from our first, a lot has changed since we met the first time.
Yeah.
We have been expanding. It's interesting because you alluded to building this by yourself. When you're doing it by yourself, I've done since expanded. Now we got a manager now. So
nice.
Sunny, 100K Sunny.
Uh-huh.
I got a PR person. Shout out to 100KC. We got our assistant managers. We got our our street team going on right now. So since then we have just branched out and expanded. So it's looking good for her right now.
Yo, that's dope, bro. And like, whenever I saw you perform, bro, you always got some grounded brothers around you as well too. The whole 100K squad, man.
Shout out to the movement.
Like, are they the ones that keep you focused? Are they or are they the ones that keep you?
Yeah, that and other things. They make sure that, like, regardless of what the outside noise is saying,
yeah,
we focus. Like, we narrow minded when it comes to success and winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a narrow path to that, and it's not a linear path, but it's narrow. It's either we gonna win or we not, and there's no not in that situation.
Facts. Yo, I mean, like we talked about his videos and stuff. He got some new stuff coming out right now. You got some new joints that I heard. You know what I mean? The lobster steak one. You had like the.
Yeah, I walked the lobster.
Yeah, you had the leash on the lobster.
I did. I put a lobster on the leash. It's actually my pet, too. It's my pet.
Get out of here. He's still alive.
Listen, if you seen
don't add him, Peter.
I had this video. I had his cousin, Lil Hugh. He was on the leash too. He was a little bit feisty. I had to keep the clamps on him. He was a bit feisty. We woke him up too early.
Dude, I've never seen that before.
Right.
I've never seen that before in my life, yeah.
You know what's crazy? That's not even our attempt to, like, go viral. That's not even like a go viral type of. It's like literally that's lobster and steak.
Yeah, man. I mean, Dwayne Hannon, he's my shift lead at Yale, man. He showed me the video and stuff, and he was like saying like, yo, man, Chance, yo, he came up to me, he was like, yo, you know where to get lobsters at? He's like, yo, I missed the lobster and steak. I was like, what you talking about? I gotta have this shit up.
Yeah, absolutely. That and popcorn. You know, it's like,
yeah, you the popcorn on the Tesla.
In business, like, we have such a long name. Look, lobster and steak be such a long name. Like, in business,
nice
you
fit
wanna,
too.
like, shorten things. So
right.
Go from lobster and steak to LSB to just a popcorn emoji. So if you ever see me posting like my statuses, you're always gonna see a popcorn emoji.
Okay.
Because that's associated with lobster and steak beef, or that's associated with 100K the lifestyle. In business, you always want to shrink it to the smallest degree, but there's still know all the avenues of it.
That's actually a really good jewel right there. You kind of made sense of what I'm trying to do with the production and like switch it up, rebrand it, and you just gave me an idea just. And so you and like, bro, like, what's really interesting about you, man? You shouts out to Sonny, by the way.
Sonny K, Sonny,
great,
what up, baby?
Great brother right there. Great brother. I did not know that you guys started doing business together and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. You know what I mean? And he's like a really good, prominent figure in New Haven. You know, he got a lot of connections and shit. Like how do you and him started hooking up?
He's actually my cousin.
Oh, get out of here!
It's real family.
Strong family, bro.
Came from like a family reunion. Even when he told me, yo, don't be late for that interview. Right now, no funny.
That's dope.
It's interesting. Like we was at another cookout, and he was like, "I see you doing your music, blase blah. Keep going, and I'm gonna come talk to you."
Okay.
Like, all right, cool.
Okay.
So I dropped a couple of videos. Boom, we had another cookout. He like, all right, now it's time to work. Let's take it to the next level. Since then, I done been in Brooklyn. I just came back from Harlem last Wednesday.
Nice.
I done been in Atlanta. I done been in Orlando, and this is all performances because he putting things together. And not only shout out to Sonny too, because he real tenacious, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go to say in Harlem because we just came from there.
Yep.
I'm in Harlem. He like, yo, Bentley, you don't got to do nothing. Watch this. He talking, navigating, talking to everybody. From there, they got us on. I don't want to say this, but we working on another show, a bigger show coming up soon. I don't want to announce it, but stay tuned. Okay, Sonny, he put the shit together, though. I'm saying.
Yeah, man, that's really dope, man. I don't know if he ever told you, like when I first met him and stuff, I was like in my early 20s and stuff, and then like I would just pull up to events because I saw he was there. I was like, yo, I want to work with this guy. Like something great about this guy, man. Like I admire that man very, very much, man. And you know,
everybody uncle, I promise.
Yeah. So, oh man, like what I'm seeing here, man, and what's so phenomenal is that the process. You feel like it's the process is thriving right now. Like, you know what I mean? What advice can you give an artist that's trying to, like, you know what I mean, get there in that process?
We kind of talked about that the first time as well, right? And the advice that I would give has changed since then, right?
Good thing I re-asked a question.
We like a year and a half later.
And right.
Like, I would say this game come with adversity. Like everybody not gonna like your stuff. Everybody not gonna be willing to listen to your stuff. You just gotta keep going regardless of anything, right? And understand that this is a business. Like if you really try and do this to the next level, it is a business. You gotta go into this. Like this ain't my friend. The people that I meet, the people that write you, the people that want to talk to you or want to work with you, that is a business agreement.
Yes. So
just if you go into it with that type of mentality, it's gonna be easier for you to navigate. It took me like maybe I learned ASAP, but but when I went into it, people writing me like, "Yo, Chance Ben, let's work." I'm like, "All right, let's work." Boom, boom. 24 hours later, it's like, all right, this is the price of it. I'm like, well, you. So what I realized is, and my best advice for everybody is just come into this with you got to understand the business aspect of it, and then navigate it through that lens, and from there, you should be all right.
Yeah, we got to get you on my other show, Studio 3A, because I got this musician that's one of my co-hosts named Chris Brewer, bro, and he's seen it all with just being a musician in Bridgeport, and like I would love to hear you two go back and forth on that because it's such a really big topic. And I love how it evolves the question on the trust in the process because we all just don't know at the end of the day, but we find out as long as we stay inside it. Absolutely. People, like you said, people will clown you. People will talk all this junk, but then when they realize that you actually doing something, they start taking you more seriously. They probably even ask you to collab.
Yeah, and it's interesting. This society that we in right now, it's like literally monkey see, monkey do. Like it's like whatever this person say is cool is gonna be cool to the masses. Stay true to your art. Stay true to your lane. Like don't try to adjust for these people. Stay true to your lane, and I promise you they will come.
Oh, you got another joint. Oh, I can't. Oh my God, my head just went blank. From the bottom, no,
from the ground,
from the ground up.
My baby. That's my baby. The first project.
Yeah.
First album.
So the albums. So you got? Are you working on another album?
Yeah, we about to drop the 20th. We about to drop.
Okay.
Me and X project. Shout out to X.
This will definitely be out before the 20th. Yep.
20K Ecstasy. It's like his coming out party, but it's called Sonic and Knuckles. It's it's like us going back and forth.
Nice, like joint album.
Joint album.
Nice.
Yeah, mixtape, joint mixtape.
Joint mixtape.
Nice.
But
Sonic and Knuckles, and then we'll have a follow up. We only doing dual, so it'll be after this one. If this register and people like it, regardless, we still gonna do this. But the Dudley Boys tape after this.
Nice.
But
like the tag team. They was the shit. Yeah, Divine girl.
But
Divine was the shooter.
That's coming out the 20th. I got on Monday I'm gonna drop a video for Turnpike. And I'm working on an album now. Ball season's coming out 11/11.
Okay.
11/11.
Okay.
Special. Get your popcorn ready. It's gonna get cold. Promise.
Yo, my God, dude, you got a lot of work.
Man,
you got a lot of work, bro. How do artists memorize all their music nowadays? Because it's like they drop like.
Yeah, you know what helps me?
Yeah, what helps you? You know what I mean?
For real, I only listen to us. Like I only listen to my music unless when I'm having crazy writer's block. Like when I'm like I need to make a song, but I can't make a song, or if I'm like I'll be inspired by things, right? So if I'm going through something, I'll be like I'll be inspired to write. But if I can't write, that just means I've been so glued into listening to our music that I haven't expanded my brain. And what helps me get out of that writer's block is I just listen to other people's music. I go to ESTGs, Jeezys, 50s, my favorite artists type of things, Yo Gotti's, and I listen to them for like 48 hours, and then I'm like inspired again, and then my pen could just free flow. Yeah, that's kind of what helps me.
Yeah. I mean, you listening to some goats, so yeah, I like that because even when like for me, like I'm studying interviewers and stuff like that, so whenever I feel I need some encouragement, you know what I mean, like I'll rap a song or something like that, but especially with this interviewing game, bro, you gotta study these people. You gotta see how they do things, how their questions are dropped.
Right.
What's the right questions that they're given? Right. You know what I mean? They give you the game right there. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And that's what helps, because if you out here trying to be something that inspires you to be something, you gotta know everything about it and stuff like that.
Your homework.
And then when you do your homework, you get inspired, because your homework is that, I can't write a song right now. Let me hop on this Jeezy track real quick. Let me hop on Nip and all this stuff. And then when you feeling it, it's right there, sparking. And that's the culture right there, always blessing right there, straight up.
And I hope one day, and I know, not hope, but I foresee one day, like, that same inspiration that I get from Jeezy and Yo Gotti's and 50 Cents, it's going to be somebody that go to Chance Bentley. Like, let me just go tap in with Chance Bentley, go listen to his tape, go listen to From the Ground Up. And he's setting the blueprint on the ground up. And then let me go to Ball Season. It's like, I understand. That makes sense. Boom. Now I'm back to writing.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yo, man.
I get
it. Yo, crazy fucking movement you got. I can see it now in the future. Hell yeah, with somebody saying, "Yo, man, I listen to Chance Bentley." You know, you at it's Elm City. You know what I mean? We listen to Chance Bentley right here. And also, You know Tony Grims?
Tony, yeah.
How'd y'all link up, man? You know he my OG.
Tony, I think it was all through business, though. I think Tony Grims had a showcase, and then I just who linked me in?
Because he loves your music.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, this
Shout
dude
out to
fire.
Tony Grims. But I think he had a showcase, and then we linked up through there. I performed for his showcase, and then we've been locked in ever since.
Yeah, man. And he's a really great business-minded dude, bro. It's one of my favorite people to collab with.
He good at the fan boy be on fan dudes. Send them pics, man. Send them pics. Everybody be selfish with them pics. Send them pics, bro.
It be like that. Yeah, seriously, send them pics.
ChaseBentley.com.
Hell yeah, ChaseBentley.com. I should have mentioned that earlier. I apologize about that.
Under the screen,
Yeah, always gonna be there. Yeah. So I think also that, like, you know, we talked about the process, and this is another follow up question on that. You know what I mean? With performancing wise, do you think that most rappers, because what you do, because I've seen you perform, you put on a fucking show.
Right.
You know what I mean? You move around and stuff like that.
Appreciate
that. Is there a difference between a lot of rappers today? Do you think they found the craft of actually being an entertainer, or they feel that they don't find that creativity in their performances? Like, what brings the crowd? Is it the entertainment basically, or is it the bars? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say thank you for saying I'm a good entertainer, because that's a process too.
Yeah, especially on Instagram too.
But everybody is a star on Instagram. Ain't nobody watching. There's no crowd right in front of us. There ain't no pressure. It's just a camera and you could be whoever you want to be in front of that camera. Now, when you on stage, it's totally different.
Right.
It's people live, 3D in your face. Once you slip up, you could see people's facial expressions changes. You could see the vibes. You could feel the energy in the room. So that's a totally different atmosphere. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning that. I'm still like mastering that craft of being on stage, working the stage. I go on stage now and be phenomenal, but we get off stage. My first question is, what we could do better. How much more energy, or should I take out some energy?
So you watch yourself.
I watch myself. Critique myself immediately.
Yeah, that's some people don't like that shit.
Listen, that's where Sonny come in. Shout out to Sonny.
Oh, okay.
Sonny K. Sonny
okay.
AP.
Okay.
So whenever we performing, like, I have somebody in the front, somebody in the back. Watch me from the back side and watch me from the front, so that we could tell the difference. Am I loud enough? What it sound like in the speakers? What's my mic projection? Especially if I don't got an opportunity to do a mic check, I need to know my mic projection from the back, because the people in the back is just important as the people in the front. They gotta feel me all the way back there.
Facts.
Because we're gonna have big crowds soon.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure the people at the top row get to feel like what it feel like to experience Chance Bentley as if they in the front row. So as soon as I get off the stage, it's like, hey, yo, P, or hey, Sonny, what it sound like back there? Good? I need to be a little bit louder, move for it? I bet, say less, type of thing. So
you don't have a problem with criticism?
Nah.
Some people, they can't take it right.
This ain't the game for you not to be able to take criticism. If you can't take criticism,
like, you look for it. You actually be like, yo, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, if you want to be the best at what you do, you have to invite criticism in.
You see that, guys? Oh my God, that's just off of some. I just had a little trigger from somebody I spoke to that don't like criticism. I just thought about it while we was talking about that, because you know what I mean. Like, in theater school, I went to theater school.
Nice.
Criticism is key, bro.
Right.
And they don't give a fuck. They tell you straight up how they feel. Like, and it's like, if you can't survive theater school, you should be able to survive life. And that's how I think I've been able to navigate with taking criticism, because of that training in school where they tell you, like, yo, that was trash. Try that again.
For me, I feel like my ability to accept criticism and take it. It started early. Like I'm from Plymouth Street. We outside, Howard and Third. It's some of the funniest motherfuckers that you'll ever meet.
Cutting on you.
You cannot take everything. Shout out to Gary. Free Gary too, bro. Free Brock too. But free Gary. Gary is one of the funniest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. You could walk down, you could be the freshest motherfucker. He'll find something to say and everybody's gonna laugh. And that's where I learned to really like take the criticism through that. Just learning how to cause people gonna rank. People gonna do that. So yeah, I think that's where it started early, and then it just progressed into like everything else. So, and I got the utmost confidence in myself. So
yeah, that was gonna be the next question.
So it's just like I understand, like music is like everybody has a different ear for music. Like, and if this music ain't for you, then I understand. Like, I'm talking bullshit. I'm talking 100K shit. Right. Lobster and steak. We walking lobsters on Plymouth. Yeah. On the block. Yeah, right? Yeah. So I understand some people.
That's legendary.
I that might not be for me, but it really is. But you know.
Nah, man, that's legendary, bro. Like the confidence is important. How do you fuel your confidence? You know what I mean? Because after somebody gets a criticism, you know, they'll probably think like, oh damn, I won't do that again, and you might get anxiety, like I hope I don't make that mistake again. You know what I mean? But you look at it, you become more confident.
Yeah, I think for myself, it's like I was just born a confident person, and my whole life I've been overly confident, right? And I kind of learned like the backdoor way of confidence for me. And let me explain. Like my confidence always flourished, right? I had big confidence, big. So I learned to tame the confidence, right? So it's just free flowing. Think of a faucet that just keep on going. So I learned how to like dial it down opposed to having to speed it up. Because my confidence is always like exuberant. It's always illuminating. You can always feel it. Like it's like
so you energy. Kill your ego basically.
Kill it, no, just control it.
Controlled it. And I think that helps me. So for people like that, if you can learn how to control your ego and your confidence and all that, I think that'll be like the next level of or that's when you take it to the next level. Yeah, man. You know, I need therapy. We're
not gonna do this, bro. We're not gonna do this, bro.
I know, that just came out of nowhere,
right? Shit, we all need therapy.
We all need therapy, bro. So another thing about you that's really great, that you have no problem with staying in your own lane, and you don't got a problem with people that don't want to track to that.
Right.
People will find that very, very admirable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Have there been anybody that was like, I don't know if I was really fucking with your music, and then now I'm just like understanding who you are and all that shit. I'm fucking with your music all the time.
But we planned for that. We knew that like the type of music we was putting out and the type of music I was putting out was talking from a certain lens that everybody's not used to, especially when their ears are so tailored to listen to this style of music, where everything is so microwavable and so spoon fed. And our type of music you got put in the oven and really like it's a difference between microwave food and oven food. You know that. So it's just like when people come into like shout out to my cousin Lee Woon. When people come to Lee Woon barbershop and be like, damn, we're not playing Chance Bentley, I'll be like, I know it's getting somewhere. But we playing for it, so it doesn't bother us at all.
And I like what you said to the owner. I think that's something to bring up because that's a good jewel, man. Like you was like, yo, first, like, please check my shit out.
Right.
See how it fits, if it's a part of your vision, stuff like that.
Right.
That's straight up 100.